Key won't go in. Really old lock. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Yay! Oh, now my key won't come out. Okay. Here it is! Ta-da! That's the whole place. There's my bag for my new drill. I already changed out almost all the cabinet handles, but they look a little weird on camera. They were really bad before. I mean, like really, really bad. Really bad. These are just acrylic, so they feel soft to the touch. I'm guessing they'll yellow over time and we won't be able to use them forever, but they were super cheap from Home Depot, so that's what we're using for now. And let's see. What else is there to show you? The bathroom. I changed the shower curtain. It used to be navy. Pretty normal bathroom. Very, very excited about my fancy new soap dispenser. Hopefully I'll use it for the rest of my life. It deposits a perfect amount of soap, in my opinion, so that's good. I brought a few little things from the apartment, including my bathtub clock. Have I ever shown you my bathtub clock? I'm very, very, very proud of it. I've had it for a while now. Got it in Maryland. It works. It's a quartz battery-powered bathtub clock. People who see this in the bathroom usually have a little chuckle to themselves. This is my only clock right now that's not a watch, and it is very, very special to me. A little dirty now that I'm looking at it. It needs to be wiped, but it's very cute. It's a fully functional tub, but it can't be connected to the plumbing. But the tub works. Sometimes I put stuff in the tub. I just can't put my body in the tub, you know. And if you're ever visiting, we can't all visit at once because we won't fit and I'll get in trouble, but I have hair ties in here. And this is the bedroom. So this is the closet, which I really like. And that's the only closet that has built-ins. The other closets need a lot of work, but we definitely need to fix the floors because these were just extremely inexpensive floors that were laid on top of the original flooring, and it's bubbling up, and it's like a mini trampoline over here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not good. So the biggest thing right now is figuring out the flooring because that's going to be so difficult to do after we move in. And I think that once we have the right flooring in, then we'll be ready to move in. My voice is echoing. The main difference in this place is we have a foyer where we could put a bed one day, and that's this room right here, right across from the kitchen. That's it. It wouldn't be considered a full room in any normal house, but in New York, I think that it kind of counts as a full room. But it's the size of a closet for a normal house. And then the other big difference is that the rooms are all more square, which means configuring the living room is going to be pretty difficult. I have no idea what we'll do, but we'll just move everything in and then figure it out. Worst case scenario, we hire one of those free design people at a furniture store and get their opinion. But maybe we'll be able to figure it out on our own. Really sunny. Yeah, that's the whole place. I told my husband that we're just so lucky. At our age, we're 33, and apparently people usually buy their house in New York between the ages of 35 and 45. So we're doing great. age-wise, I guess. I remember having nothing to start with and just saving slowly, bit by bit, and the first $10,000 that I ever saved felt like it took forever. Forever. It felt like it would never happen. And then when I finally saved $10,000, I believe at that time I was living out in central New Jersey. That was a while back. It might have been 2017 or 2018-ish when that happened. And then once I reached that goal, all I could think of was I have so much more to do. I have so much more to save and invest. I wish I could talk to you a little bit more about finance than I do. I'm being really careful because there are so many laws about giving financial advice and having to be licensed. So I feel like I can't say as much as I wish I could about that. But wow. Time in the market is definitely really important, and I've learned that all of those times when I thought that saving was taking forever, 10 years goes by really fast, especially working all the time. It definitely hasn't been easy, but we're so lucky and we're so grateful. All the memories are mixing together right now. I remember having trouble finding a job when I first moved to Manhattan. Just seeing all of my friends working at the fanciest places and thinking, I haven't even saved $10,000. So a lot has changed, and I was like the tortoise in the tortoise and the hare parable. I was definitely the tortoise. I was never the hare. I never figured things out right away. I always felt like the people around me figured things out a lot faster, although it's all relative. I went to Cornell and Stanford where people were just doing everything really fast. They got married really fast, they got their first house really fast, they got their first job really fast. But I always felt like I was the slow one. But I'm glad I took my time too. There's nothing better than, in my opinion, getting a house later, getting promoted later, getting whatever those things are later. I think being late is better than being too early. I think also getting married too late is better than being married too early too. Looking back, I would have made bad decisions if I had to buy a house or choose a spouse in my 20s, because I would have made the wrong decisions. But this time, getting this house on Monday, I felt a lot of peace. I felt like we got about as good of a house as possible, and I feel pretty confident that this was the right decision on paper, but it's also in the heart. Matt and I really feel like this is home, and I guess that's never something that can really make sense on paper. As soon as we walked in here, we were just smiling a lot, and I waited until we left, and I asked him how he felt, and he loved this place. And I said, oh, thank goodness, I like it too. I'm glad we like the same place. So that's how we chose it. We actually found this because of one of our realtors, Taylor. We have two realtors. Chad lives in Ohio and Taylor lives in New York. The two of them worked as a team. Taylor took us to apartments, found this one for us, which was amazing. And Chad did a lot of numbers and paperwork in the background. And I can't thank them enough. I told Taylor he changed our lives. And I really believe that because we were about to bid on a different place in a different neighborhood. There was a really great building in Flatiron that we felt had good financials. And then we found this one at the last minute because of Taylor. Also, since I'm mentioning them, they never asked me to, but I'm happy to. Their firm is actually encouraging them to be on social media and the internet, so it's good to talk about them. So Chad has been my realtor since the first time I moved to New York, and he's just always been an amazing person. He also is an actor on the side, and he was in Gilded Age. In the past, he's played a lot of wholesome cops. Taylor is a producer, writer, and actor. He wrote a film called Intermedium, which is free on Tubi.com. And he didn't ask me to say this, but I think it's a fun movie to watch. It's like a rom-com for high school with drama and comedy and ghosts. So that is fun, and he also acted in it. Not only did he make the movie, he acted in it, which is amazing. Those two were amazing and helped us get here, and so did an entire team of people. Who knew it would take that many people and that much paperwork over months of work just to move your money from one asset class to another? Besides the transaction fee, we're really just moving a bunch of money from stocks to real estate. It's crazy to think about how much oversight and paperwork goes into a house transaction in New York, at least. I cannot overstate how much paperwork it takes to buy a place here. I don't think I've done that much paperwork in my entire life. It's about 1,000 times more paperwork than I did looking for jobs, applying to college. It required essays from our friends that were signed and dated, and a bunch of other details. It required so many financial statements, many forms being signed, notarized, checked by our realtors. It amazes me that anything ever gets sold in New York because of how much paperwork it takes. I heard that some people just refuse to do it, but then they could lose their contract. So they basically have to eventually. Now I'm just thinking about all the things that I need to do here, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to label the circuit breaker. It's not labeled. Yeah. And I can't wait to finish installing the kitchen handles. I guess I'll go take apart the chair and work more on the tasks in here and install the last handle on the kitchen cabinet. But I'll talk to you soon. I'll be pretty busy with the house, but I'll keep talking to you, and I really hope I get to hear from you. Please let me know as much as is possible on the internet these days about your housing experiences, or if you have a house, how's it been going? Does it take up all your time? And what have you been doing to uplift your living space? I am very curious, as usual, and I can't wait to hear from you. Please let me know if you have any suggestions too. I think you've seen the house a little. Give me any suggestion you'd like. We'll both be looking at the house. You might have to look at me in this house for 7 more years at least. So we'd better make it good and make sure that you like it too. I wish I could invite all of you over, but we would not fit here, and we would get in a lot of trouble for being loud. But that's a good problem. That means that we have more friends this year than ever in our community, our little community. I think we just have so much more to discover here in this 1 bedroom, 1 bath. But also the rest of New York, of course. Let's hang out again soon, okay? Okay, bye.